Hi everybody, Josiah here, also known as Chilling Silence, and we've got a lot to cover today, so we're going to get stuck straight into it. The first is there's going to be a podcast released later on today, so Reese had me in on his studio as part of the Kiwi Talkz podcast. We talked about cryptocurrency, we talked about DigiByte, we talked about why you might want to own some. We explained how blockchain works in a kind of explain like I'm five sort of manner as well, and we covered a whole bunch of really cool stuff. So it was really awesome as well because this podcast specifically looks at talking with a bunch of people from around New Zealand, so it's got a real local flavor to it as well. And one of the things that really struck home to me, and we talk a little bit about this a couple of times, is that Reese mentioned that although he's had people on in the past who've talked about cryptocurrency, blockchain, and things like that, nobody's ever really been able to sum it up and explain it. And I think this is actually one of the really key kind of important things that we as a broader cryptocurrency community have to be aware of, is that there is no short 10-second elevator pitch. You can't explain to somebody self-sovereignty, why they would care about that kind of thing, a fixed supply so that the currency is deflationary, all of that kind of thing, all in like a real short while you're taking a 5 or 10-second elevator ride with somebody. You know, it just doesn't exist. So there's a bunch of really cool things that we talk about. I'm super excited for this. I'm going to include a link to it in the description below. Once it does come out, I'll be tweeting about that later on today as well, so stay tuned. We've had a message from PolisPay as well, so they've got a new update that's come out now. The reason that this is especially interesting to us is because you can spend your DigiByte through PolisPay. Now, I've got something written down here that they didn't specifically mention in this tweet over here, but they said that basically you can spend your DigiByte at businesses through France, through Russia, through the United Arab Emirates, through Vietnam, through Italy. Maybe not Italy at the moment because they're on lockdown, but you know what I mean. So you can spend your DigiByte there at businesses and things through the PolisPay cards and the likes. Really great to see. Thank you to PolisPay for their ongoing support of DigiByte as well. It's really awesome stuff. NOWNodes as well have basically gone and set up a bit of a tiered structure. So what they do is they support DigiByte by allowing you open access to the blockchain through their, what is effectively a web interface, kind of similar to the APIs and things that you see that we have with the Block Explorer. With this, they have a dedicated server specifically made for hosting this kind of thing, and DigiByte is one of their supported blockchain projects. So with this, basically what they're saying is go and get yourself an API key so that you can continue to use it. You need to sign up for it now. It is still free, but the idea that by doing this, they want to provide a more reliable service to people. So that's quite cool. Thank you to NOWNodes as well for their support of DigiByte. I know that they've got a beefy server that is pumping out all of these details and things for the blockchain. So if you are looking to build, say for example, like a wallet on top of the DigiByte blockchain, but you want to kind of minimize the infrastructure that you are hosting yourself, this is a really great option. So thank you to NOWNodes for that as well. Now, I mentioned as well yesterday, day before actually, that we've been doing translations for the new DigiByte.io website. It's not yet live on DigiByte.io. Will be real soon though, so stay tuned. Now, these are the strings here, and I just want to kind of look at this because we've currently got 2,700 strings from 50 different contributors. Now, this is really quite cool as well when you go into it, and we look here, and we've already got Croatian, Czech, what else is 100%? Dutch, English. Funnily enough, English was what we started off with. Filipino. Look, German's almost finished as well. Indonesian's finished. Like, this is awesome stuff. Turkish is completed too. So, yeah, what was it? 50 contributors. 51 assigned contributors. That's awesome. That's so cool. That's in 48 hours. Look at everything that's happened. And I just want to say a really big shout out to all of those contributors who have been translating it. This is going to be really big for us as we start to move away from just being specifically English-only website to further broaden the scope of both the appeal and just simply the way that we are able to reach people and teach them in their native language, specifically about DigiByte. It's great that we've got the website at the moment. It's in English, and that's it. So if you don't speak English and you go to the website, how are you going to learn about it? You're going to have to basically go somewhere else, find other third-party resources and things. I think this is really good for us. I think it's great that it is also up on GitHub so people can see the source code as well, make pull requests and the likes. And so again, I just want to do a real big shout out, especially to the likes of Murat, Nigel, and everybody who has contributed to both putting the website together and the translations. It's great to see. Yesterday's DigiFact as well, I wanted to quickly cover off. Mining on DigiByte is some of the most distributed in the industry. We had a 7-day period in September 2019. Now, this was when I originally did the checks and things like that, and we wrote the DigiFact shortly thereafter. When we compared it against both Bitcoin and Litecoin, DigiByte had over 10 times the number of unique miners over a 7-day period, and that grew to 20 times when you looked at a 3-month period. So what I'll do as well is I'll include a link in the description below to the article that I wrote that's all about this. You can even go through and see my really terrible scripting that I wrote. I'm not a coder, I'm not a programmer at all, but I can find stuff online and copy paste, and that's what we did. And this is how we got all the details, and we got ourselves some lovely pretty graphs. So yeah, that's going to be all for me for today. Links are in the description down below. Consider leaving a like, hit the subscribe button, share this video if you think that other people might enjoy this. You can reach me on Twitter. I'm at DGB_chilling. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the next video, and seeing as I'm under a lockdown here in New Zealand, I'll definitely be talking to you tomorrow. Cheers.